Three very different games. Disappointed tonight that it didn't stay 11 against 11. We'd have preferred that. It became an exercise in the end of playing against 10 men and trying to break down a well-organised pack defence. I thought we got better at it the longer the game went on, but I am pleased with the composure. I'm pleased with the fact that we played out consistently from the back from the start, which was better than maybe had happened in the previous two games. And I'm very pleased with the fact that the players showed more patience, that there was more composure in our play. Pressurising wasn't quite as frantic as it's sometimes been. And now we need to try and bring those two things together and keep a good part of that frantic pressurising, while at the same time marrying it to some composed defending and some pressurising out of a good compact shape. But a lot of positives in terms of some individual performances, and certainly it's always positive to go to a tournament when you've won 3 games on the spin, especially against opponents of the quality we've played against.
Sammy.
Roy, you said three wins on the spin now. How important is momentum going into major tournament?
I'd like to, sorry, could you just try and be quiet, please?
Yeah.
Carry on.
I'd like to think it's important. I mean, you never suffer from winning matches, that's for sure. You suffer from defeats. But it's good in the sense that we haven't sailed through the matches. Each one of the matches has posed us some problems. Each one of the matches has shown up some areas that we would still like to work on and possibly improve upon. So even that's positive. But I think that is it 2.5 weeks we've been together? I lose track of the days. But the 2.5 weeks we've been together have been a very intensive time. But the players have been excellent in terms of the way they've buckled down, if you like, to working hard to try and improve the shape of our team and the movements in attack and our shape in defence. And I'm happy that we're definitely on the right track as far as that's concerned. And I think we'll go to France reasonably confident that we can keep this going, and also knowing full well that we're not the finished article. I don't know how many teams actually are the finished article, and that's also quite a good thing, because had we won the 3 games by 4-0, then all people will be saying is, well, you know, you've got to win it now. And with a young team, I think that will put too much pressure on them.
Okay, Matt.
Can you explain how the front three works? I mean, I think a lot of us thought Rooney would be sort of deeper and the strikers would be down the middle, but Vardy in particular basically seems to be out on the wing.
We play with split strikers. When you play with that system, you need your strikers to split. If you play with them going down the middle and Rooney in behind them, then you'd never be able to defend the wide areas.
Never be able to
defend the wide areas.
Do you not think they were too wide then?
Not particularly, no. I think that there were moments in the game. There's always if you show me back some moments in the game and say, look at this one here, you might be right. There might be moments when they're too wide, but basically speaking, that will have to be their job. They'll have to make certain that they split and they come together. And if we're going to play with a man in behind them, he'll have to get forward and make certain that he supports them.
Okay, take a couple more.
Yes, I know that it was once you picked a squad and perhaps this is an irrelevant question, but I'm still rather surprised that Andros Townsend, who you were given so many chances to before, seems to have reciprocated in such splendid form. And watching this game and watching others on television, one felt he still made a substantial contribution.
It's always possible, that's always the case, Brian. It players that you leave out of the team in a particular game, you're going to look and wish you had that player with you. But I had to pick 23 players to see us through a tournament and hopefully a decent number of games. And on this occasion, in wanting to bring in the likes of Marcus Rashford, I had to find a place, and Andros was unfortunately one I had to leave out.
Roy, did Cristiano Ronaldo play in this match?
I can't hear what you're saying.
Sorry, start again.
Did the absence of Cristiano Ronaldo in this match affect the game as a whole and also your sort of planning for the game?
Well, it can't affect our planning for the game. Obviously, I think we knew fairly early on. It was announced by the Portuguese at a very early stage, the beginning of the week, that Ronaldo wouldn't play. So we didn't plan for Ronaldo. We may have planned for Ronaldo when we asked Portugal to come and play us, of course. But Did it affect the game? Well, of course. I think the fact that a player got sent off affected the game as well. Playing with 10 men is a lot harder than playing with 11. Playing without a player Ronaldo's quality obviously affected Portugal's chances of winning the game. So we were advantaged in both of those instances, but we can only play against the team that's there in front of us. We can only do the job that can be done against the team in front of us, and we can't have any effect upon the referee's decision if he sees a challenge in the game that he deems is a red card and he sends an opponent off. There's nothing we can do about it.